let me just ask you right here. How often do you get tested? Do you get tested every year during your yearly checkup? Do you get tested after every single boyfriend? Do you get tested, um, I don't know. How often do you get tested? Let me know in the comments below if you're bold enough to say how often you get tested. If something can happen to A, it can happen to B, and it can happen to you too. So let's talk about these things, okay? I've decided to start this series on my channel where I'll be talking about diseases and disease states. So at a certain point, I'll have you guys like ask me questions. If you have any questions about like various disease states, I'm not saying I know everything there is to know about what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna try my best. I'm gonna give you information that I know. I could do some more research on topics that I'm not really versed with, and I'm gonna come back to you with answers. But this is gonna be a series on my channel where I'll be uploading videos with various disease states, and I've decided to tackle STDs first because I feel like we're living in a world of obliviousness, in a world of, I don't want to call it ignorance, because most of us, we do know that these things are out there. We just think it cannot happen to us because why? We're clean, we're not prostitutes, we're not dirty or whatever they call it. But I just want to tell you guys, there's so many diseases out here that nobody talks about. Not that nobody talks about, but people are not very open to talk about them, especially women, because a lot of these diseases mostly happen only to women. Like, there's so many diseases that will only happen in women. Like, if you look it up, no man has ever had it, even though it's possible for them to have it. But that's just because of the way we are set up, the way we are built. I'm going to be talking about BV. I'm going to talk about yeast infections. I'm going to talk about chlamydia. I'm going to be talking about gonorrhea. I'm going to talk about HIV. I'm going to talk about syphilis. I'm going to be talking about trichomonas. I'm going to talk about all these diseases, okay? So it's very important for you. If you're not subscribed to my channel, you better subscribe, because this pertains to every single one of us. If you've never had any of these diseases, good for you, and I pray that it never happens to you. But if you've ever had this, if you have a sister suffering from any one of these diseases, a cousin, a friend, or anything, whatever I'm talking about could be helpful. This is my opening video where I'm like introducing these topics and what I'll be talking about. So I want to focus most importantly on getting tested. All right, let me just ask you right here. How often do you get tested? Do you get tested every year during your yearly checkup? Do you get tested after every single boyfriend? Do you get tested, I don't know. How often do you get tested? Let me know in the comments below if you're bold enough to say how often you get tested. Now, this video, I'm not trying to be judgmental to anybody. I'm not trying to count how many boyfriends you've had or whatever. Listen, I'm just going to come out right now. This is not a judgmental video. Don't feel like anybody is judging you here. If you're a virgin out there, you're not yet in this business of whatever it is that, you know, good for you, okay? Stay that way. It is great. You're doing great, okay? But this video is still good for you unless you decide to become a sister and you never plan on involving with a man or whatever. But if you ever plan on involving with a man, this video is going to be important to you as well. So I'm just going to dive in. If you don't know anything about what I'm talking about, just listen. You're going to learn a few things from this. And if you're a girl and you've never been to a gynecologist, sis, what are you doing with your life? Like, I don't care if you're a virgin or you're not. You're supposed to go to a gynecologist to make sure everything is working the way it's supposed to. Now, all diseases are not sexually transmitted. So there are diseases that you can get without knowing, and it's not from being sexually active. So you need to go to a gynecologist. There are certain things like HPV. They start giving out that vaccine to kids who are like, I think it's 11 or 12 years old. They give that vaccine out to those kids. But that's because HPV, you can actually get it. You don't have to be actively sexually active to get HPV. You don't need to be sexually active to get yeast infection. You don't need to be sexually active to get BV. There's so many diseases that you don't need to be sexually active to get them, and you can get recurrent BV, recurrent yeast infection, and these are diseases that you can get. So if you're a virgin or whatever, you need to go to a gynecologist regardless, okay? Gynecologist is not just for the girls who are out there running the streets. And let me just focus on the fact that if you're not a virgin, if you're out in the streets doing life, living life, and I'm not calling you dirty or anything, like I said before I started this video, we're not judging anybody here. We're not judging anybody here. This is an open zone. I'm not a Holy Mary. I'm not, okay? So this is us. Consider this a chit chat between me and you. I'm talking to you guys. I'm not here to judge anybody. I just want to get this information out there. I just want to inform more people. I just want people to know that it's a normal thing to actually know what your status is on all kinds of diseases. There are diseases out there, ladies, that if you get them and you don't know that you have them, which most of these diseases are like that. There's so many diseases that you get them and you don't know that you're sick. You just live your life 5-10 years down the road. You're trying to have a baby and you cannot have a baby, and that's because you've had this chronic disease and it's been eating up your womb and eating up your uterus and everything, and you just can't have a baby. So it's very important to make sure you're always going to the doctor at least once a year. I think now they've changed the guidelines to once every 2 years, but for one, I go to the doctor at least once a year, to a gynecologist, to make sure everything down there is looking the way it's supposed to look. Now, if anything is wrong, we address it, we take care of it, we make sure it's taken care of. And this is very important. Like, this is your life. We're not gonna get a do-over. I'll tell you a news flash about healthcare. What you don't know about your health will kill you. Not that it can, it will kill you. It will definitely kill you. So if you sit there and decide to be ignorant and decide, oh well, I'm just gonna do my life. So long as I'm not getting sick, I'm not gonna go to the hospital to check whatever. I'm fine, I'm fine, I'm fine. You can tell yourself you're fine all you want, but the more you tell yourself you're fine, that's how fast the disease will eat you out, okay? And women, can I talk to my girls here? These men out here are not going to the hospital. I don't know. It's a thing with men. Men don't go to the hospital. It's the normal thing. It's important for you to take care of yourself. You're the only person who can take care of you. Okay? So these men out here, they're not going to the hospital. They're not getting checked. There's so many things that they'll bring to you and introduce in your body that some of them will be untreatable. Okay? Some of them will be untreatable. So it's very important before you let anybody into your life. Okay? Make sure you know what their status is on all these diseases. I cannot stress this enough. I cannot stress this enough. I mean, these things, it's so easy. Like, out here now, like my hospital, if you get tested for anything, blood work or whatever, they have an app. You look up your test results on there. You don't even need to wait for the doctor to call you. Like, it's so easy these days to like just know what your status is. Like, if you guys are in such a rush to get things, you're in such a rush to like get the relationship on and popping, girl, y'all should go to the hospital tomorrow. I'm sure in a couple of days the results will be out and we'll know. Like, this has been this is the mentality that you should take with you. Everybody is HIV positive. Everybody is herpes positive. Everybody has chlamydia. Everybody has gonorrhea until you're proven otherwise. How do you prove otherwise? Blood work. Did you see the blood work? I'm going to admit, I'm 27. Growing up and everything and going through life, I was not as assertive as I am right now about this. It is very important for you to see the blood work, paperwork results saying boom, 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 negative, boom, 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 negative, boom, 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 negative. It's true that a lot of these diseases are curable nowadays. If you have gonorrhea today, boom, one shot, you're done. Chlamydia today, boom, some antibiotics for a couple of days, you're done. HIV, yeah, there are medications for it. But at what cost? I'll tell you, as a pharmacy student, soon to be pharmacist, medications are not worth it. I personally don't take medications until it's like the only option that I have left. That should tell you a lot. We study medications in school and they have like so many side effects and so many things that come with them. Like common antibiotics, you could take an antibiotics for a bacterial infection and it crosses your blood-brain barrier, and you have psychosis, and you have like, you're delusional, you can become psychotic from taking an antibiotic to take care of something else. So for me, medications are not worth it. If it's something that you can actually prevent, why will you put yourself at risk of that? You know? So it's true that diseases like HIV are no longer a death sentence, but at what cost? At 6 big old tablets a day? And that's even if you're lucky. If you get a resistant type of virus, you're not just taking one medication or 6. You could be on anything from 1 to 12 medications just trying to target this particular virus. It's not worth it. If you ask me, it's not worth it. Get tested. You can do your life. You can have fun. Go out there, be with anybody that you want to be with. Be with anybody that you want to be with. But just know that you need to know the status. You need to know your status, know your partner's status. It doesn't matter if you're changing boyfriends every week. So long as you know that they're not positive for any one of these diseases, girl, do you. Do your life, okay? Run the streets, okay? I'm not here to judge you. I'm not here to judge anybody. Nobody is a saint here. If you feel like you're a saint, if you feel like people who are living their lives and having boyfriends and whatever, if you feel like that's the wrong thing to do, or if you feel like their holes, like if you feel like you're judging anybody I'm talking about in this video right now, I just want to ask you to click out, because this video is not for you. But remember, these diseases are not just for people who are sexually active. This disease is for everybody. You can get any one of these diseases even if you're not sexually active. And I mean, God forbid anything ever happens, you preserve yourself a virgin and you meet this one guy, you think this one was sent by God, and your first encounter, you get one of these diseases from them because you are not paying attention to what I'm talking about right now, which is the freaking blood work. We need to know what the blood work is. Paperwork. We need the paper, okay? Let's see it. Okay, we're not running up and down here trying to get sick. We're not running around here living our lives, trying to go to school, trying to get this money out here, trying to get our hair done, our nails done, just to get sick eventually by some random guy that we decided to introduce into our lives. So let's be ruthless about our health. As much as you go to the gym to work out so you can lose weight and look good and not have diabetes, that's how much you need to go to the doctor and make sure there's nothing in your blood. Alright, you heard it here first. In my next video, I'll be talking about BV and yeast infections. The video after that, I'll be talking about gonorrhea and chlamydia. The video after that will be HIV. And the video after that will be syphilis. I'll be talking about every single one of the diseases, how you can get them, what you can do to prevent them, the possible cures for these diseases and stuff like that. If you have any questions about these diseases, let me know in the comment section if you're bold enough. If you're ashamed to put it in my comment section, find me on Instagram. Send me a direct message. I'll include the question in my video, but I'll not include your name. These diseases are real. I just really want to get as personal as I can get with every single one of you watching these videos, that these diseases are real. They can happen to you. You're not special. They can happen to you. You could be a virgin your whole life, and that one day, that one time, you will get the worst disease of your life because you were not paying attention to what I'm talking about, which is the blood work, the paperwork. We need to see it saying negative. Get checked every year. Get checked every year. Some of these diseases have symptoms that look like, oh, it's just a headache, I'm fine. Oh, it's just a flu. Oh, I just have a cold. Oh, it's just the flu, I'm having a cold, it's a stomach ache, and you're over there seriously dying from something. Most of these diseases, they'll go undercover for years. Like once you acutely get infected, you will have maybe a headache for 2-3 days and it goes away. That's because the virus or whatever has gone undercover and is manifesting in your body. I can't stress enough how important it is to get checked. That's why I keep saying, look and consider everybody infected until they show you paperwork that they are not too. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Get checked every year. Get checked after every single partner. protection or no protection, get freaking checked. Make sure nothing slipped through. Get checked after every cheating session. Ladies, we be out here being all loyal to these niggas, but they're out there running the streets and cheating. And guys, stop sleeping with girls that look clean. Okay? Clean girls can still be sick. Clean girls are the most infected girls out here. Don't even get me started with the church girls. Okay? Guys who go around here and sleep with girls saying, oh, they're church girls means they're good. They're not good. They're sleeping with you and sleeping with everybody else too. So you guys have to really, really be cautious about things like that. If you're having a hard time hearing about these kind of things, yo, go and get checked. Okay? If you were not able to watch this video to the end because you don't know what your status is, wake up tomorrow, make an appointment, or you go to the community center. There's always a healthcare community center in every city. Go to the community center and get your blood drawn and get tested. Don't be running around the streets wondering what your status is. Go find out, and your mind will be at peace. And your mind will be at peace. And yeah, go get checked. Go get checked. If you cannot watch this video to the end, if you're unable to watch my next videos to come about various diseases, then you got a problem. Then you need to go get checked. Okay? I would stop right here with this video. I'll see you guys in my next one where I'll be talking about BV and yeast infection. I'll see you guys in my next video. I'm sorry this video was too intense. Yeah. I'm sorry this video was too intense, but somebody's got to say it. It might as well be me. I'll see you guys in my next one. Subscribe to my channel. Like this video if this is your jam. And I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye bye.